Remember the kid from Gran Canaria who broke scoring records at Castilla, crashed the Clásico party at the Camp Nou, and then saw it all unravel? This is the rollercoaster story of Jesé Rodríguez. Talent, timing, injuries, and choices colliding in one career. In 2014, he looked like Madrid's next homegrown star. By 25, he'd been sold to PSG for big money. By 27, his contract was terminated. And by his early 30s, he'd already crossed Spain, England, Portugal, Turkey, Italy, Brazil, Malaysia, and then circled back home again. What happened to Jesé? Let's rewind. Jesé joined Real Madrid's academy at 14 and tore through the youth ranks. In 2012 to 13 with Castilla, he scored 22 in the Segunda, surpassing Emilio Butragueño's B-team record and finishing as the division's top Spanish scorer. Think explosive first step, left-wing starting position, inside cuts, quick trigger to the near post. He also dominated internationally. Top scorer as Spain won the 2012 UEFA U19 Euros. The projection was clear. An inverted left winger with striker instincts, built for Madrid's transitions. Under Ancelotti in 2013 to 14, Jesé became the high-impact 12th man behind Cristiano and Bale. He scored in big games, including a late strike at the Camp Nou in a 2-1 Clásico, showing he belonged at that level. The minutes were limited, the output was efficient, and the trajectory was up. "11 minutes into a Champions League night versus Schalke, Jesé's knee buckled after a challenge near the touchline. Diagnosis: torn anterior cruciate ligament. Later complications required a second procedure. That split second turned a rocket climb into a long rehab. He wouldn't return until the following season, and the fearless acceleration that defined him was never quite the same." Chasing minutes. Jesé left Madrid in 2016 for PSG in a deal reported around €25 million, complete with a clause to discourage any future move to Barcelona. On paper, a fresh start. In reality, ill-timed appendicitis, limited adaptation, and a quick loan back to La Liga. Loan 1, Las Palmas, 2017. There were flashes, but no reset button. Loan 2, Stoke City, 2017 to 18. Debut winner versus Arsenal looked like a statement. Then disciplinary issues and family circumstances disrupted the season. He was suspended for leaving the stadium without permission. Stoke went down. Loan 3, Real Betis, 2019. Cameos, a couple of goals. Loan 4, Sporting CP, 2019 to 20. More minutes than moments. Back in Paris, the project was over. In December 2020, PSG announced they had terminated Jesé's contract. It was the official end of a 4-year chapter marked by injuries, loans, and off-field noise. Free at last, Jesé went home again in 2021. In the Segunda with Las Palmas, he put up an 11-goal, 4-assist season and helped push for promotion. Proof that the instincts were intact. The story soured later amid public friction with the coach, and he moved on once more. From there, Jesé bounced. Ankaragucu in Turkey, goals but a short stay. Sampdoria in Serie A, few minutes. Coritiba in Brazil, 7 appearances. Johor Darul Ta'zim in Malaysia. And then, in 2025, a third return to Las Palmas on a deal through 2026. The map tells you the truth. He could still find clubs, but not a lasting role. Jesé never hid from the spotlight. He released reggaeton tracks under the alias JM, leaned into celebrity culture, and lived very publicly. Spanish media also covered a 2021 viral video after a dispute with partner, Aura Ruiz. She later denied any supposed Atropello claim on her channel. Whatever the exact details, the perception around the player hardened. Too much noise, not enough football. Let's isolate the big factors. 1. The ACL. It wasn't just time lost. Jesé's superpower short space burst dropped a few percentage points. For a winger who lived on first step separation, that's everything. The subsequent procedure only lengthened the reset. 2. Roll drift. Post-injury. He was often used centrally or as a hybrid second striker. Without elite pace or a fixed role, he struggled to carve out a specialist niche in elite squads loaded with stars. 3. Interrupted adaptation. Paris should have been a tactical school. Instead, appendicitis, limited minutes, and quick loans meant he never built chemistry in one system. 4. Professional turbulence, the Stoke suspension, the PSG termination, and the constant moves created a reputation problem. Coaches crave reliability. Directors fear headlines. 5. Confidence loops. Jesé's game has always been assertive. Snap finishes, audacious choices. When rhythm disappears, that style can look like forcing it. In lower pressure environments, Las Palmas 21-22. The old instincts briefly resurfaced. At his best, Jesé was a nightmare second phase runner. Receive on the half turn. Slice inside, low finish before the block sets. He pressed willingly, combined quickly with elite talent, and had that Madrid Academy timing to attack the back post. The football brain didn't vanish. The physical edge and the stability did. If the Schalke night never happens, he likely becomes a 15-goal, 8-assist La Liga winger at worst. Maybe Madrid's long-term rotational weapon. Maybe a star at a top-6 club. But football doesn't deal in IFS. Careers hinge on health, fit, and choices. Jesé had all three working against him at different times. In 2025, Jesé returned to Las Palmas yet again. Maybe it's closure, maybe it's a final twist. Either way, the lesson stands. Talent can open the door. Habits, health, and context decide whether you stay inside. Which fallen wonder kid should we cover next on Goal Line Stories? Drop your pick, and if you enjoyed the deep dive, like, subscribe, and share.